you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for coming to see us. Colin, you just got off a flight. You've just flown in. We so appreciate you making the time. And I want to talk about travel for a little while, if that's OK. There's been a lot of attention on civilian space travel recently. William Shatner took a trip to outer space.
I'm sorry, who was that?
William Shatner. Are you aware of his work?
What has he done recently?
Are you aware of his work?
Yes, of course I am.
Of course you are.
God, you would be after me.
In all the years of doing Star Trek, have you ever thought, in all the time that you've been doing it, if they asked me, I'd go up to space, I'd do it?
Yeah, and we've talked about it on the set. You know, sometimes when we were getting late in the week and we had run out of subjects that were entertaining and amusing, we'd talk about space travel.
Yeah.
And, I thought about it. I think I would pass.
You'd
What
say
about
no.
you, Colin?
I'd pass out at the thought of it. I no way, man. I'm nervous at 36,000 feet.
Really? Yeah, because you're a nervous flyer,
I
right?
have a problem with...
I don't know if it's... I have a problem. I have many problems, but we'll get into that. We'll talk about that later. But yes, darling. Yes, Freud.
Tell us all your problems.
No, I'm not a good
nervous-
flyer, man. I've never been a good flyer.
How nervous are we talking? What do you like? Let's say you're on a plane and there's turbulence and you're sat next to Sir Patrick Stewart. What do you do? How do you feel? What do you like when a plane starts juddering?
I'd probably... Probably that. Or mount him fully if it's really bad turbulence.
Yeah, but that's what I do. But if I... You're right
Did
there,
I break your watch? No, your wrist.
You touched me.
I broke protocol. I broke...
Colin Farrell, touch me!
Stop.
Yes!
I actually think you'd be a very good person to sit next to on a turbulent flight because your voice is innately soothing.
But imagine that same voice went...
Or much more likely, I don't want to die!
Is that where it would go?
Good,
That's where it would go. Now, Colin, we got to congratulate you on The Batman. I think it's going to be absolutely massive. The film has been a long time coming. How was it to finally watch the movie?
It was... it's always a little uncomfortable. A little bit less uncomfortable because I'm totally buried beneath 4 hours of prosthetic makeup. Really? Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. 4 hours at the start, and then they got it down to 2 hours by the end of the gig. But when I knew what the result of the work was going to be, there was a makeup artist called Mike Marino who designed the visage of the penguin, and so when I knew what the result was going to be, I would have sat for 8 hours in the morning and not minded, truly. Well,
we've got a picture of you here. It really is quite incredible.
Yeah.
Is it true that the first time you got into this get-up, these prosthetics, you went to a Starbucks and no one recognised you?
No, absolutely, yeah. And I ordered an oat milk latte and they seemed very surprised.
He doesn't look like an oat milk latte guy.
With 2 stevia.
Yeah.
2 stevia. Yeah, think an oat milk latte with... Yeah.
What did the rest of the cast of the film think when you walked on set?
Some of them didn't recognise... I mean, obviously not, because I'm just not even there, man. The makeup was so extraordinary. Jeffrey Wright walked by me and I said, "Morning, man." And he looked at me like he wanted me thrown off the set.
Really?
Yeah, and then he went over and I saw him talking to the director, and the director pointed back over here, and then he came back and he was like, "Colin?"
No.
Yeah, and then everyone had to have a... Because it was just... it was extraordinary. I mean, I was just a canvas.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been on a shoot and you've not recognised someone you were working with?
Notoriously, once.
Go on.
We were shooting Dune, the original Dune, in Mexico City, Churubusco Studios. And word was going around, and I kept hearing this name, you know, Sting. And what are they talking about, Sting? And I wasn't really into modern music at that time. That's all changed now. And anyway, he came on the set, really nice guy, so handsome. And one day I was sitting next to him, and I said, "So, Sting, they say you're a musician." And he said, "Yep." And I said, "Well, what do you play?" He said, "Bass." And I said, "I've always wanted to ask you people, why do you choose to play that huge instrument, you know, that's standing up and you don't get to sit down?" And he began to giggle. And he said, no, not a double bass, a bass guitar. And I said, "Really? Wow, that's amazing. And do you play in a band?"
Oh, wow.
He said, yeah. And I said...
Are Are you doing well?
What are they? And he said, the police. And I said, you play in a police band?
That's pretty cool.